This is the story about my grandmother Becky Mears' fight with Guillain-Barré syndrome. Known for short as GBS, GBS is an immune disease that attacks the body's own nerves. This causes damage to the sheath of the nerves and causes nerve damage, numbness, and even paralysis. The damage to the nerves usually takes about 6 to 12 months to fully recover and is most common in those 50 years and older, but can happen to anyone. No one is completely certain what causes it, but some think it can be brought on by flu shot or virus. Watching my grandmother go through this was quite scary and shocking since I have always known her to be a very active and healthy person. It was also difficult to not be able to be there for her in time of need because she always was at arm's reach and used to be my neighbor, but just recently moved to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So, I would like to dedicate this video to her recovery and awareness about GBS.
Well, it was July 28th of 2018. I started having severe indigestion, like in the chest and that, and my left foot, I couldn't put any pressure on my foot. Then, I believe it was 2 days later that I was sitting in the leather chair, tried to stand up and had no strength, couldn't stand up, so I called him. He came, he couldn't get me up. It was just as if I was dead weight. So that's when he had to call the emergency squad to come take me. When I was admitted and was in there the next 30 days. So I was in a total of 32 days. When I got in the rehab area, that's actually when I started getting better, when they started giving me different exercises. They used a machine that it was like a strap under you and it would pull you up so you could stand. Then they had me some of the therapy, the occupational therapy. They had balloons that they would throw at me from different directions and you would bat them around, and that kind of gave me flexibility to do different things. I had to learn to hold a pen again, hold marbles in my hands and kind of roll them around in my hands, or I would transfer, I would have this pegboard like that I would transfer pieces from one thing to another. In fact, even when I went in the hospital, when I first went in, I wasn't able to roll over in a bed. I couldn't swallow, so I had therapy they did that for about a week to help me, different exercises and stuff to swallow. I mean, I wasn't allowed food for a couple days. So you just don't realize how much this Guillain-Barré affects every bit of your body. You have to retrain everything, every part of your body. It is critical that I don't be around somebody that's sick because my immune system is compromised. So something like a cold in one person can affect me differently and bring on those symptoms again. Well, when I first got out of the hospital September 1st, up until November 1st, I was still on a walker, but I wasn't able, Don had to help me do everything. I couldn't go to the bathroom on my own. I couldn't get in a shower. I was lucky that it didn't affect my breathing. And I'm a person that have worked out daily a couple hours a day my whole life. So to lose all strength through your whole body. Physical therapy, occupational therapy. After I got out of the hospital, I did that for 3 months. 3 days a week. Then I had exercises that I also had to do daily at home, 2 to 3 times a day. Hand therapy, In fact, I still have exercises to this day that I have to do. I just have to modify stuff with it. I can walk the dog. I walk her twice a day, and I can take maybe 45 minutes, an hour walk, but then I have to come home and prop the foot. Progressed to the point where I'm still rehabbing from this, but at least it's something that's bearable. You get depressed thinking, well, I can't do this or I can't do that, but then you have to stop and think, well, it could have been a lot worse. I could be one of these people that can't move.
Although my grandmother still isn't fully recovered, she still continues to improve every day and has gotten back to a lot of her regular activities like going to the gym and golfing. Thank you.